Unitely. An audit uncovers millions in mismanaged money at the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office. What former employees have to say. A Gaylord professor resigns after multiple Title IX complaints. Here are the allegations that led to his departure.
And storm chances return to Norman for this weekend. We'll look at the latest coming up. This is OU Nightly.
Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Abigail Franklin.
And I'm Julia Roberts. We begin tonight with a follow-up to the recent sheriff's audit.
The Oklahoma State Auditor and inspectors released an audit finding the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office overspent by $4 million.
OU Nightly Britton Ross has more on how those funds were misused. Britton.
An audit released this week revealed that the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office mismanaged nearly $4 million in 2024. Spending taxpayer dollars on high-end meals, games, and DoorDash. Former Cleveland County Chief of Detention Julie Tipton told OU Nightly back in February that they forced out the chief financial officer for someone with less experience. Tipton lists current Sheriff Chris Amison as a major factor in her decision to leave the organization.
He was my sixth sheriff to work for, and after a year of working for him, I couldn't be there anymore. I was there for almost 15 years. So if that tells you anything.
This is not the first time Amison has faced backlash during his time as sheriff, having dealt with multiple deaths at the Cleveland County Jail. But a former financial officer says that this situation could have been avoided.
Knowing what your expenses are and planning for them. I mean, there's always going to be an emergency or something comes up like COVID. But we had cash reserves that we used for that.
The audit now goes to the Cleveland County Budget Board for further evaluation. Reporting in Norman, Britton Ross, OU Nightly.
The audit came after a budget crisis with the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office led to public disputes between the Budget Board and Sheriff Chris Amison. The Budget Board will review that audit in the coming days.
Some events from the Oklahoma City Memorial have been delayed due to the weather that is expected Saturday morning. Events delayed include the 5K run, the senior marathon, and the kids marathon. The 5K now starts at 1 p.m., the senior marathon at 2 p.m., and the kids marathon at 2:30 p.m. In an Instagram post, marathon official says that runner, volunteer, and spectator safety is their top priority.
Well, it's been a pretty rainy start to our morning here, at least in central Oklahoma. Most of the state getting a good amount of rain needed for sure.
OU Nightly meteorologist Sam Patterson has been tracking the amount of rain we've gotten across the state. Sam?
That's absolutely been the story here in Oklahoma over the last 24 hours, even nearly 1.5 inches of rain in Norman, 1/2 inch up in Oklahoma City. And that's kind of been the story of the month as well. You see, we started out the month 5 straight days of rain, and then we ran into 10 straight days of no rain. So like move over to the other side of the screen, you can see a couple days just last week, nearly 2.5 inches of rain each day, already almost double the amount of rainfall we usually see for April. Now coming up in just a little bit, take a look at some more storms on the way. Sunday, sunshine, and of course, it's April, so severe weather.
Journalism professor Jay Gilmore will not return next semester after submitting his resignation, according to the reports from the Daily. According to the Daily, Gilmore was the subject of at least 3 Title IX investigations. One of those investigations, according to the Daily, looked into complaints that Gilmore sent over 500 text messages, including inappropriate references to another Gaylord employee. That report from the Daily says the other 2 allegations involve students. OU Nightly reached out to Gaylord Dean Andrea Miller, who says she has no comment beyond confirming Gilmore's resignation.
Mental Health Awareness Month kicks off next week, and we wanted to highlight one local organization that helps veterans find their hive again. OU Nightly reporter Victoria Anderson suited up to see what all the buzz is about.
So I brought you a suit because the bees.
As scary as it is, the world of Black and Yellow is not too different from ours. Everyone has a job, a purpose, and they all lean on each other.
The little bee cannot survive on its own. It really takes everybody in the colony working together.
The hum of honeybees is enough to send anyone running, but for those who have faced much worse, it can be calming.
But I open up that box of bees and 4,000 bees come flying out, that I am really in my comfort zone.
Veterans from across the country come here to Steve Easom's farm just outside of Norman.
Bees have been shown to provide to some individuals a mental health aspect.
The program Warriors to Bees is for those who answered the call to service and are now looking for a new purpose.
Many times it's a little bit of a challenge to kind of navigate into this new world.
On average, there are over 100 veteran suicides each day. But Easom believes, just like any hive, every person needs a purpose, and the gift of purpose can save a life.
They can drive by here now and they can look at that and they can go, you know what, I played a part.
The program hopes to give veterans a new hive and a new mission.
Knowing that that individual that may have chosen a darker path has chosen one that has light.
Because no matter how scary the sting of life may seem,
you know, we opened that box up and they came at your face.
The outside noise gets quieter when you have a hive.
And very quickly you realized, okay, there's nothing really to worry about.
Reporting in Slaughterville, Victoria Anderson, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Victoria. That program is open to all and free to join. Well, still ahead, the Trump administration walking back some controversial efforts on college campuses across the nation. Find out what new plans could help keep college students on campus.
Plus, more tariffs set to be announced later this week and could hit your wallet. What item on your big purchase list could be affected when OU Nightly continues?
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Facing federal charges accused of interfering with immigration agents. OU Nightly Reagan Garvin has that and the rest of today's national headlines from the News Center.
Julia, Judge Hannah Dugan was arrested today after investigators say she tried protecting an undocumented immigrant from arrest. Authorities say Dugan tried misleading ICE agents when they came to arrest the individual in her courtroom. The judge faces 2 counts of obstruction. The FBI says the individual was later found and taken into custody. And the Trump administration says it's restoring the visas of thousands of students. This comes after weeks of scrutiny following the initial termination of several foreign students' visas, including in Oklahoma. Justice Department officials say the records will be reactivated and ICE is creating a new policy. With a new set of tariffs coming next week, the auto industry is bracing for impact. Experts say buying a car could cost thousands more, repairing your car would be more expensive, and your auto insurance may even go up. 6 auto industry trade groups sent a letter to the Trump administration this week warning against the tariffs, saying they will, quote, scramble the global automotive supply chain. And President Trump says the U.S. is pretty close to reaching a peace deal in the war between Russia and Ukraine. This comes as Trump's special envoy meets with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow today. Sam?
And rain returns to Oklahoma. Take a look at how much we could expect right after this.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. Well, with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at SavedByTheScan.org.
All right, look at you taking the stairs. Who are you?
We're your lungs.
We are proud of you for quitting smoking, but you still may be at risk for lung cancer.
A routine cancer scan can detect it early when it's more curable. Good to know. Well, I gotta go somewhere.
So do we.
So do we.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at SavedByTheScan.org.
Well, welcome back to OU Nightly. We're talking about the weather now. We had such a good amount of rainfall this morning, but I know it's Oklahoma. It's probably already on its way back. So, Sam, what can you tell us?
Yeah, absolutely right. Rain is on its way back to central Oklahoma. We're going to start off in southeastern Oklahoma. You can see severe weather risk for us right now exists solely for southwestern Oklahoma. But why are we looking at this? Well, here in central Oklahoma, those storms are going to make their way right back to us. You can see 6 p.m. storms starting to fire in the Texas Panhandle. As we head into Saturday morning, storms really continue to move into western Oklahoma. Now, these to me look low-grade severe, but as they make their way closer to central Oklahoma, these look to be more strong thunderstorms, more heavy rainfall, most likely for us as we head throughout our Saturday. So, rainy days ahead. As I said tonight, rain chances probably a little lower than 60%, but we could see some rain here in central Oklahoma. As we move into Saturday, probably closer to 100% rain chance. But as I mentioned in just a little bit ago, sunshine returns for Sunday, so if you plan to do anything this weekend, make sure you do it on Sunday. Now, right after Sunday, it's April, it's Oklahoma. Severe weather returns. We look at Monday morning off to the northwest. Low pressure starts to develop in northern Utah as the low pressure system makes its way further toward the north. A second low develops further off toward the south in the California and Arizona region. Now, this is important because with two low pressures off to the northwest, a lot of moisture will be able to make its way up to central Oklahoma late throughout the day. You can also see this red color making its way over most of central United States. That means warmer temperatures. Now, if you look at the green underneath, it doesn't look that impressive, but this isn't one of our models that show what we call convective storms. So that first low will make its way off and dissipate up in Canada, but the second low drives in even deeper, continues to pull more moist air, and also stronger winds come off of it. So also watching a threat for severe weather on Tuesday. Now this low makes its way over the central United States as we head throughout Wednesday. More widespread rainfall possible there, and then you can see warmer temperatures start to make their way back as well as we head later next week. Now, if you don't believe me, the Storm Prediction Center also agrees with me. Slight risk already for us for Monday. This stretches from northern Texas all the way up to Canada. And it's the exact same story for Tuesday, except it goes even further. North Texas all the way out to upper New York, the state of New York for that matter. But that's coming up. Thankfully, we got a little bit of sunshine for right now. You can see temperatures mid to upper 70s, but it is pretty humid out there. Feels like 79, a little bit of a breeze. So it's not going to be the most comfortable day, but hey, we'll take some sunshine as of right now. We also have Red River softball game tonight here at Loves Field. Game start at 5 p.m., so you might already be out there. While rain is not in the forecast, seats still might be wet from this morning. 80 degrees, wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Next 7 days, going to be pretty nice as well. Well, not really. A lot of rainfall, a little bit of sun for your Sunday, and then temperatures start to drop off as severe weather stays around for the entire week.
Thanks, Sam. We want to say that this is our last show of the semester, but we will be back in the fall.
Yeah, it's kind of sad to say. I was not going to cry, but this will be my last show, but it's been so fun working with everyone. Julia, you're going to be back next semester killing the game for us, so that's really good news here. But don't go anywhere, because for the last time ever, this is going to be the last time I'm going to say this, Big Friday Sports is next.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here.
Wait.
What?
I can't drive.
Why?
I'm high.
Oh.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How is it? Is it good?
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Action-packed Big Friday sports. I'm Aiden Tyler.
And I'm Darby McCormick. We're taking you out to the ball game where there is a Red River Showdown brewing just down the street. OU Nightly reporters Michael Thompson and Elle Gedman are at Loves Field right now with more.
That's right. We're here at Loves Field, and it's a big weekend for Sooners softball as they have a national championship rematch against Texas.
Yeah, the Sooners are currently 23-7 against Texas at home, and they're 8-2 in their past 10 matchups.
But this is not the same team that took down the Longhorns a year ago. But Patty Gasso is surprised herself at how good this young team has been.
Believe that we would be tied for second in the SEC with this team that we have, and a new pitching staff, and a completely new infield with the exception of Sid Sanders, a broken down Ella Parker, Cassidy Pickering and Nellie leading us, a freshman captain. We have a freshman captain.
OU and Texas are currently tied in the SEC, and the Sooners have had a tough schedule this season. Redshirt junior Hannah Kaur believes that her team has what it takes to take down the Longhorns.
This schedule's been tough. It's been a grind, but I think it's definitely going to help with a game like this, or even just after regular season, just getting us ready and just feeling that competition and that level of how good everyone can be under that certain kind of pressure, and then just trying to work with it, getting the hiccups out of the way, hopefully, and then just balling.
Yeah, and with the OU being tied with Texas, they'll look to saw off their horns in Game 1 of this series tonight. First pitch is at 5 p.m. Reporting from Loves Field for Elle Gedman and Michael Thompson, back to you. And Michael, the OU baseball team is taking on the 10th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs. Game 1 was a 7-inning gem from Kyson Witherspoon as Kai Bone left the Dogs hungry for some runs. Sooners take Game 1 8-6, but the Mean Machine in the red and black came down the track for a Game 2 win over OU 10-9 the day. And sticking with Skip Johnson's squad, OU Nightly's Kevin Daniel got to talk to a pair of high school teammates that are staying in the state to play for Skip Johnson next season.
Fresh off finishing Class 5A runner-ups in 2024, the Duncan Demons
look to win their second state title in 4 years. This time, with the help of 2 future Sooners.
Duncan teammates Eli Ramirez and Briscoe Smith look to make waves for the Sooners in 2026.
At the age of 5, when I went to my first football game, I knew that's where I always wanted to go. So it's been a goal of mine to always strive to be able to play Division I baseball. And I got the opportunity to play at the University of Oklahoma. Didn't think twice about it. And that's where I knew I wanted to go.
Pretty cool to go to arguably the best school in the state. And to be going with a teammate from high school, that's something you don't see very often.
Eli, a true jack of all trades, will bat, pitch, and field all in one game, giving him an advantage over other prospects.
It's all over. I try to fly around the field and be a role model to these younger guys and just show them that as soon as you step across that line, play with 110%, you never know what's going to be your last game, so just play as hard as you can.
These hometown heroes look to win one more state title for their community.
We were close last year. We probably should have won it, but I think we got a really good chance going into it this year.
And coming off a runner-up, we're striving for success this year. It's taking it one game at a time.
While a future in the Crimson and Cream is in store for Eli and Briscoe, right now they look to continue the glory days of Demons baseball. Kevin Daniel, OU Nightly.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Someone you used to see on the field during halftime is showing the world what OU is made of. Abby Williams shares what it's going to take to get her talents worldwide. Abby?
It's all on the athlete to provide it for themselves.
OU's feature twirler Samantha Rose Rizzo is going to Italy this summer to represent the Sooners on Team USA. But just because she's earned her spot doesn't mean she's raised the money to get there.
Our goal is to raise, I think, $15,000.
And she needs Sooner Nation's help.
We have a website set up, oneoklahoma.com/Samantha Rose, where people have the option to donate, or they can also buy something that would help me on my journey. So, for an example, they could buy a baton, or the shoes that I'll compete with, or my Team USA tracksuit.
She's even got local businesses on her side.
I also have my very own drink at the tower called the Rose, and anyone who purchases it is actually contributing to my journey to Italy, because part of the proceeds go towards my trip.
And as much as she wants to represent OU halfway across the world, she still has a long way to go.
We get our American flags for free.
Thank you, Abby, and we apologize for the technical difficulties, but to help out Sooner Nation's favorite twirler, you can get to her website at oneoklahoma.com/Samantha Rose, she was reporting one last time, but now, Aiden, what are we doing next?
Well, we're coming up on Big Friday Sports. We have an exclusive look at an OU football player from the other side of the world.
Oh my goodness, and we will also have a look into where some Sooners favorites are getting drafted as early as tonight. Stick with us.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Hear ye. By proclamation of our OU Nightly sports reporter Arab Dahu, we shall hear the story of OU offensive lineman Daniel Akakunmi and his journey to the Palace on the Prairie.
OU has had many firsts. They won their first national championship back in 1950. Then there came their first Heisman winner in 1952. And now they have their first British player in OU college football program history. And he hopes to pave the way for many other Europeans to follow in his path.
Hearing slang, like bruv, like my nickname here is bruv.
Meet Daniel Bruv Akinkunmi, a man on an expedition to inspire others. But first, how did he go from London to Norman?
I really wanted to be Division 1 in basketball first. And then obviously I was a big, tall kid, like 6'4", 6'5". So I was playing big man. There's a new amazing NFL Academy will open up in 2019. I joined that and give it a go and take a chance on myself. And I decided to take a chance of that. For me, I feel like I had all the characteristics in terms of physical attributes and mental mindset. It was mainly about being developed as a football player. And I had one of the best coaches, Bill Beanable. He's one of the best at developing offensive linemen. And then Coach Venables, I'm really close. He's like my dad, so it felt like family. So I thought, might as well join another family.
And he hopes to help more Europeans find their families in the US just like him.
It's not only just the UK, it's other international athletes who want to come out here, like Germany, like France, because many other European countries play football and want to be in my position. So I think from there, just me being showing them how to do it and show them that they can do it. It really helped a lot of people, and it's really feel like it's motivated people to just follow my story more and more. And I really love sharing my story because I know how much it helps others.
He has already had some aspiring football players visit him from across the pond.
When I see those kids come in and just look up to me and be excited to be here and seeing practice and seeing how I adapt, because I feel like culturally we learn different things in different ways in different ages. So to come over here and see the difference and be able to hear the difference is very different from actually being here and experiencing it and someone tell you, and I feel like that's something made for them to come over and experience.
Reporting from Gaylord Family Memorial Stadium, Arab Dahu, OU Nightly.
Well, thanks, Arab. The kickers are coming too. OU football landed a commitment from UTSA transfer kicker Tate Sandell. Sandell was 19 of 23 on field goals last season, including 7 of 8 from inside 40 yards. And in case the kickoff goes poorly, Sandell has 2 career tackles.
Okay. Well, the pick is in, sort of. According to Bleacher Report, Billy Bowman's projected to go to the Chargers in the 3rd round, and Danny Stutzman will go later in the 3rd to the Texans in the NFL draft this weekend.
Well, last night, the Oklahoma City Thunder went to Memphis to face the Grizzlies in Game 3. After wins by 51 and 19 points, OKC found themselves down by 29 last night. After Ja Morant left with an injury, the Thunder stormed to come back and win it 114-108. Game 4 is tomorrow at 2:30, and according to ESPN's Shams Charania, Ja Morant is out tomorrow. Well, thank you so much for watching Big Friday Sports this semester. I'm Aiden Tyler.
And for the last time this semester, I'm Darby McCormick. Good night.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years